DJ Versatile, Co-Star, Slideway. Let's go.
I hit your FaceTime on the late night. You say you don't need no one. I know you lying. Say lying. Girl, what you hiding? Say I'm gonna try my luck. I hope you like it. Hope you're excited. How do you ride? Yeah, yeah. I'll change your mind. Yeah, you'll be my rider. Look at the front now. She's frontin' on the phone. What are you waiting for? I'm about to call the phone. Yeah, but I want you. Yeah, she crazy, but it takes one to know one. Hurting lately, but I'm about to change it. This girl is over, yes it's over. You treating me my way, but you got what I want. You treating me my way, but I get what I want.
You had a hard day, let's get the foreplay. I'll make it alright, cause I'm my forte. You know you shine bright, like broad day. Had to learn better, did it the hard way. I did it my way, you did it slow way. Now I'm a grown-up boy, get out of my face. Running up the money, I got 5 ways. I had no regrets, if I die today I can help you with your thoughts, you can fly away. I could be a better man, I'ma try today. I'ma help you with your plans, I'ma find a way. Cause I ain't really caring what they gotta say. I'm just trying to put my bands in the knot. If you ain't tripping, then don't put your hands in the pot. Cause I'ma spend it all and I ain't asking a lot. Like I'ma give it all I used to have in the lot. Yeah, nah. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down.
Fly away, but you got what I want. You treating me fly away, but I get what I want. I don't even know ya, but I want ya. But it takes one to know one. Hurting lately, this girl is over, yes it's over. You treating me fly away, you treating me fly away, you treating me, you treating me fly away, fly away, but you got what I want.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. Let me put myself on here. Welcome once again to another beautiful day. It's a beautiful Thursday night, and we have a very special guest, very special interview for you guys today. See everybody tuning in. Let me just welcome everybody. If you're tuning in, you already know I have the lady that goes by the name of Berenice Mulubah, the CEO and founder of C Liberia Clearly. Let me just welcome Berenice to the show. It's actually past her bedtime. I had to drag her out of bed to come on today just to talk a little bit about some of the stuff she got going on. Berenice, welcome to the show. I Rep LIB. How are you today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Okay, I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well. Sorry for dragging you out of bed, but also thanks for agreeing to come on the show. I know it was a last minute request, but you accepted it, and thanks for taking the time to come on and tell us about some of the stuff you got going on. So thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
All right, so let's start to get to know a little bit about Berenice before we move forward. I started knowing you a long time ago, I believe, when Radio LIB got started. You used to be on there. We all used to be jamming and using the little emotion icon and all that stuff, enjoying music. And then I found that you're all the way in Asia. So tell us a little bit about yourself first. Who is Berenice Mulubah? And also, how did you get started into the whole entertainment business from being all the way in China, and year to date you're like one of the well-known name when it comes to Liberian entertainment. So tell us a little bit about how it all got started.
Well, I have always been into entertainment as a kid. I do have entertainment background as far as family-wise. I always loved the stage. Growing up, I was into music, dance, and acting, but love for performances, acting, actually, in plays and stuff like that. Both of my parents are writers. So, and I grew up writing. That was always my passion. Like, as a little kid, I read like almost every fairy tale book you could think about, and then I would try to write my own stories and stuff like that. My mom wrote plays, and my dad, he has 2 books out already published. My dad is also into music. He's actually right now in the studio recording, but they're on the American side, so
Okay.
So
both your
I guess they're
parents,
trying to blend the sound or whatever.
both your parents
But,
in the
yeah.
U.S.
Yeah, both of my parents are in the U.S. Like,
Okay.
my whole family basically are
Okay.
in the U.S. And so yeah, bottom line, I grew up loving entertainment. When I came to the States, I came to the States with the intention of being an entertainer. I did a couple of modeling, went to school for music in Missouri. And then life happened halfway into it. I got married, had a kid, and then later on I joined the military. But I still had love for music, so I tried to do music while I was in the military. Every little few time off I had, I would try to go to the studio and rush and do little something, not really professionally, but just for fun. And in 2004, I was able to put an album together. It was a rush job, so the quality wasn't 100% good, you know what I mean? But I got a lot of different kind of compliments from it as far as the wordings in the songs. People be like, whoa, you wrote that? And I was like, right, well, I can't do music full time. The military won't allow me to. But I do have time to write, so why don't I just focus on writing? So I just kind of did that, focus on writing. But I was like not too involved in the Liberian community. So somewhere around 2007 to 2008, that's when I joined Facebook. And I would run my regular profile, but it started just developing followings like crazy. So then Meta Collins contacted me, and they came up with the idea for us to open a group that is now called Discussing Liberia. And we ran that group and built the followings for it. And I was doing majority of the writing and running the group. And that's when I first started experiencing Liberians and how harsh they can get, because it got really ugly really fast. They used to call me Hitler and everything. But from the group, like you said, Radio LIB will come on there half the time and whatnot. And from there, Radio Afrique picked me up. So I started doing a show for them called the BM Show.
Mm-hmm.
And through that show, I, recorded a lot of, interview a lot of outstanding people, like the WNBA player Archie Vaughn, the NFL player Cochran, I believe his name is.
Yeah, the Liberian NFL player, right?
Right.
Yeah. I remember him.
American motivational speaker Rich Fitch is his name. He's a millionaire. I interviewed him, and I interviewed a lot of people up there. But then quickly it became very demanding with the military and doing that, so I had to let that go as well. And so I just kept writing, and my following started growing up, and that's when Jenda Morris reached out to me, and she said, well, you got a lot of following, why don't you transfer this into a blog? And she gave me that suggestion, so I went and did my research, and I built the blog, and here we are today. The idea of the blog and the entertainment actually came from, I was trying to write a book that has something to do with Liberian entertainment. I went to do some research on Google, and when I typed in Liberian entertainment, it was only Nigerian news was coming up. And so I got curious, and I was like, something doesn't sound right here. Because I'm sure we have people that doing stuff. I know we did, because they used to have them on Radio LIB and stuff like that. So, you know what they say, if there's a problem, find a solution. The solution was C Liberia Clearly. And here we are today.
So basically that name came from that, the name C Liberia Clearly, just based on you trying to help find a solution.
Right. It was like when I Googled Liberian entertainment, like half of the information that came out was Nigerian news, and the other half was all about the war. And I was like, well, there's way more to us than this. We're not just people who are recovering from war. So apparently the world is not seeing Liberia clearly. And that's how I came up with the name.
Okay. That is actually a catchy name. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuning in, we are talking to the lady Berenice Mulubah, CEO, founder of one of the most popular Liberian blog, C Liberia Clearly. I just like to say shout out to everybody that's tuning in right about now. Later on, I'm going to open up the phone lines also if you'd like to call, ask questions, and all that good stuff. But let's find out more from Berenice Mulubah. So when you started C Liberia Clearly, initially, was the initial idea was to write about entertainment? I know your blog is not only about, it's mostly entertainment. You also have other stuff going on there. But was the initial goal to just talk about Liberian entertainment, or you were just talking about all things Liberia?
It's supposed to be all things Liberia,
Mm-hmm.
but I have passion for entertainment and arts and culture because that's my background. So I lean heavily towards that. I would love to do all things Liberia, but I don't have enough staff yet for that. But eventually it will gear towards that when I start employing writers and stuff like that.
So speaking of staff, right now, do you have other people writing as well, or are you the only one that doing everything? I know at some point you get news and stuff from Liberia, so my assumption is you have people on the ground that you are working with. But overall, do you have employees, staff that currently? I know you just say in the future you're looking for more staff and stuff, but currently, do you have other people working alongside with you with C Liberia Clearly?
No, a good 90% of the work comes from me. There are people who have tried, but it's not as easy as it looks. So it gets frustrating real fast and it gets tiring real fast. So the commitment, they may like to write or they may like the idea of it, but when it becomes demanding, then they quit because they don't have the level of passion for it.
Okay. Blogging is not something easy. I think we had a conversation before where I told you, like, I don't know how you and all, the other bloggers, how you guys do it, because it's especially having a 9 to 5, you having a military job, and then blogging, trying to be on the internet, finding stories about Liberians and doing this, doing that, is very difficult. So I guess my question for you, how did you manage to do, being in the military, being a mother, and doing blogging at the same time? What time, did you have to even do that?
Well, one of my role models, who is Puff Daddy, always said that rich people don't sleep. If you want to be rich, you can't be sleeping. So I sacrificed a lot of my sleep time. And being in the military, I've adopted to sleeping very few hours. It's not healthy, but I'm capable of doing it. So that's what I do. I sacrifice my sleep.
Okay, and
to get the job done.
Not only did you blog, you also I'm not aware of one, but someone told me it was actually two. You wrote a poetry book, a purple lip. I'm sorry, I probably got it wrong.
Honey purple lips.
Honey purple lips. How did that? How is it going? I know the book was on Amazon. I think I got a copy. How is the sales going? What kind of support? I guess my question should be, what kind of support are you getting from the Liberian community, especially when it comes to stuff that you got online for sale? Most especially that book. How is it going as far as the sales?
Okay. Well, I don't get a lot of support, but it's not the community fault, because I haven't really marketed the book like that, or branding, because when you really start marketing books full force, it also require you to do speaking engagements and book signings and all that stuff, which I didn't have the time for. So I didn't want to, put something out there that I wasn't ready to be committed to. But I did have few friends that bought the books, and few people on Facebook that bought the book. But I'm going to tell you this, about good 98% of the entertainers that run around and say, oh, you don't support, definitely did not support. But I'm not complaining.
Right. And some people, there's a lot of stuff that go unsaid. And, I'm going to say some stuff today on the show. You guys, Berenice, we've been cool. I've been seeing some of the stuff that you do. Despite all, people saying Berenice this, Berenice that, you might disagree with some people or agree. Sometimes we disagree, we yell at each other. But at the end of the day, we are all doing this for one common goal, and that is to uplift the Liberian entertainment industry. What some people don't know about Berenice Mulubah, I think at one point there was a thing you had where you sponsor an artist. You did something where you end up giving I'm not gonna call the artist's name, but you get an artist $3,000 to help with his music album or with his music. Please speak a little bit on that.
Okay. Now, a point of correction, I did not give the full $3,000, and I will tell you why. Okay. But the goal was to give $3,000. I did a competition, and the competition was to sponsor a music video for the winner of, the competition. And I think we had about maybe 6 songs submitted, and I had like about 6 individuals on the committee, and the artist won, and the money was supposed to be given in installments. Mm-hmm. I gave total of $800. Okay. But then that same very artist became very rude towards me, very disrespectful online towards me, and I told him straight up, I'm not going to work hard for my money that I'm supposed to give to my kids and give it to an individual who's going to be rude and disrespectful towards me. I'm not an idiot. I'm kind, but I'm not an idiot. Okay. So I didn't give him the full $3,000.
But you gave him up to $800.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying that, because I know I did read about the competition and the winner and the music video now that you said it. Ladies and gentlemen.
And just to add to that, that was not the only time that I've given away money.
Okay.
I've given away money to artists back home for photo shoots that they didn't show up for the photo shoot, so the photographer kept the money.
No refund.
I do stuff behind the scenes that I don't talk about.
Well, this is a platform to talk about it because sometimes it's good to let people know. You know, sometimes it's very good to let people know instead of because people know about your blog. They know it can be controversial at times. You know, people say a lot of stuff. You know, there's a lot of back and forth on Facebook, but sometimes it's also good to let people know about some of the positive things you help you doing. You know, under the radar to help boost up the entertainment industry too. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, shout out to everybody that's tuning in right about now. We will open up the phone line. Don't worry. And I asked you to share the video. Let's find out a little bit about Berenice Mulubah, about some of the stuff that you don't get to see. We are going to be talking about it today. Now, I know we're going to talk about your project. And there might be the same project you're talking about. Or this might be something different. But I know at some point you started this whole movement to help empower women. Spray a Lappa movement. I think I had the chance to work with you in doing some design, graphic, and all that stuff. Tell us a little bit about what exactly is Spray a Lappa, and is it still going on?
The Spray a Lappa is campaign I did when the little girl got actually died from
small rape.
Yes.
Okay.
My objective in life is to do something humanitarian at least once a year. So the Spread a Lappa was not an ongoing thing. It was a project for that year. It was, I would say, about 80% successful.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be something done around the world, and we tried to organize it, but it didn't follow through. Except the one that was done in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as spreading the message, it went through because it actually reached the as far as BBC, and I was interviewed on BBC about it. And yeah, that was that for that year. That was a project for that year.
Okay, and we have more project. You got some project that we going to be talking about in a little bit. But now let me ask you this: now that you're done with the military, first of all, thanks for your service. We really appreciate you and everybody in the military. But now that you are done, serving the U.S., now that you are done with the military, what's next? I mean, are you going full force and trying to basically just focus on C Liberia Clearly? What are we going to expect or looking forward to now that it seems like your focus is going to be 100%, if not, but dedicated to the whole C Liberia Clearly and trying to, really legitimize it and make it like your focus point. Tell us a little bit about it and the goal towards that and the future for C Liberia Clearly.
Right. The C Liberia Clearly is it right now for me, of course, and I stay doing my writing. I'm working on a book project right now with other Liberian writers, poets. We're doing a women empowerment poetry book that is, I think they're almost done with it. We're done with the writing part in production phase right now. And I also have a poetry spoken word coming up called Flomo My Love, and is geared towards is eventually going to turn into a campaign against relationship violence. That talk about love. Campaign they have going on about abuse within relationship. Well, there's a flip side to it, which is going to be Flomo Love. So it's basically trying to encourage women to gear towards men who treat you with affection and love instead of men who abuse you, but it's more of a Liberian love, not the Western love. You know what I'm saying? It's about it's about that sweet country love, country romance.
Okay.
And so that project is coming up. I'm gonna have in the video. We're gonna have a couple of Liberian celebrities in it. So it's gonna be like I'm sorry, I'm trying to work with
That's
this.
fine. That's fine. Take your time.
It's gonna be an empowerment video. So we're working on that. And that is okay. Got it. Sorry.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, that is that is that for. I'm gonna have to hold it. Yeah, that is that. You know, and then I got other books that I want to write. There's some books that I wanted to write that I couldn't write while I was in the military for legal reasons. So the military knows that I got some books about them that will be coming up that I couldn't do while I was in the military. So they are kind of psyched about it.
So the book is about your experience in the military?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but that's a little bit down the line. But then on the side of C Liberia Clearly, yes, I'm going full force with C Liberia Clearly. The goal is to provide one of the biggest platforms for Liberian entertainment industry, and that's going to require full time. Okay. So the goal is for me to use every ounce of dedication that I give to the military for that platform, for building that platform.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about C Liberia Clearly shortly, and also the business part of it, how you intend to, the strategy, without giving out any secret, but the strategy behind you, because you can't just be doing this and not trying to, if you're going to make it as a business, obviously you're trying to generate income from it. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but I'm curious about Flomo My Love. You say it's going to be really, it's going to boil down to, you know, the tradition of Liberia. So is this project going to be something done in Liberia, or is it going to be done here in the diaspora?
I'm still trying to figure out that detail, but the recording is actually already done. It was produced by D12. It just left to work on the video. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, Liberia or here. Most likely, probably might be here because a lot of people I want in the video actually are here.
Okay, awesome. We look forward to it. Shout out to everybody once again. Please, guys, share this video. Right about now, while I continue to interview Berenice Mulubah and catch up on some of the stuff she got going on, I'm also going to open up the phone lines. Now, let me just say this quickly. When you call, get right to the point with your question, a comment, and I might ask you to get off the line so that she can address it. And I also ask that when you call this show, please be respectful and mindful of my show. There will be no disrespectful comment whatsoever. I'm not going to tolerate that. So just call if you have any question for Bernice, or you have question about her work and the things that she does. You can go ahead and call 412-927-0162. That's the number of the call. I thought I had it on the screen. I'm going to put it on the screen shortly. It's 412-927-0162. 0162. That is the number to call to ask your question or comment. There you have it. I just put it on the screen. It's at the bottom of the screen if you would like to call. 412, once again, 412-927-0162. Now, Bernice, let's talk about the business aspect of C Liberia Clearly. Obviously, if you're doing this full time, you know, you got to get your money right. You know, you can't just be, you know, trying to promote and not benefit yourself. So how are you going about generate, you know, what's the idea behind trying to generate income? I know for one, I can attest to is publicity. You know, you did a live video and you spoke about that. you basically lay out some of the packages that you have. Elaborate a little bit on that and the business part of C Liberia Clearly. Like, what's the concept? How are you going about trying to generate income from the work that you do?
Okay, well, as a blogger, we generate funds from Google Ads, being an affiliate, a brand ambassador, and also, direct promotion with companies and artists, PR service, stuff like that. Like, for example, when I think I seen a couple of posts, videos, charging $350. But the information that wasn't given is what the $350 was for, which was PR service, branding and marketing in general, not just putting somebody's song up, but actually providing platforms for interviews, getting them on other blogs, helping them brand, making sure to get the right photo shoot, just the whole 9 yards. That's $350. People try to manipulate the information and not really tell exactly what they were paying $350 for.
Okay.
But yes, so those mediums is how I generate funds.
All right.
For profit as well.
All right, caller. I see someone is calling and just hanging up. Keep calling. I hope it's not coming from my end, but keep calling. 412-927-0162 is the number to call. 412-927-0162. All right. So moving forward, Sunday last week. This week Sunday actually. It was the event in DC, the Wizkid concert, where it was highly publicized. A couple of Liberian artists were there as well, and you had an exclusive back pass access, and you had a chance to meet Wizkid, and exclusively you had an exclusive interview with him as well. It's on YouTube. It's on C Liberia Clearly. Speak about that experience in DC.
It was a very great experience. It was a learning experience. It was an experience that I prepped for. I was fully prepared. Studies. I did my research on him. I came up with a strategy. And everything was geared towards my people. Everything was geared towards artists coming up. I wanted them to learn from his experience. So I made sure I drew my questions surrounding that. It was fortunate that he's a pleasant human being. So the atmosphere was very calm and friendly. Kind of made my job easier. And that was my focus, because it's not just for me or the blog or the artists that right here, but ones that coming up, they doing research and wants to get information on their growth. Is something I provided that could help them grow as an artist. So I went there with that mission in mind, and I was only there to accomplish that, because it was something that was near and dear to my heart, because I do a lot of educating, and I needed something to back me up, because there's some level of lack of trust in information that I gave. So I wanted them to hear it from somebody else who has experienced it, and that was the goal. It was hard work, because the timing, everything was moving really fast. I haven't had really a lot of rest, because I came from multiple events, and then I had to fly to DC. I flew to DC the same day that Wizkid got there. and everything was moving fast because I had to go with them to the airport to pick him up. So I really didn't have time to rest. And then after picking him up in the interview, we had to do guest appearance at the club for the welcoming party. And after that, went to bed, probably had about 3 hours of sleep. Then I had to get back up to go to the soccer clinic, which took like 4 hours about. Went back, and by the time I got back, it was time for the makeup artist to show up. My designer, Precious Pieces, shout out to you, to show up. So by the time I got to the concert hall, I was completely exhausted. Then I had heels on. It wasn't funny being in those heels, but I had a mission, and my mission was about the fans. You know, my goal there after the interview was to give them opportunity to watch the concert live. So that was my primary goal, and I did that. And the fans enjoyed it, and they were happy. So, you know, I believe it was successful. It was a good experience, and I gave the fans what it is they wanted.
All right, thanks for that. We got more to talk on that, but we do have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Harry Tucker. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Harry, say what's up to Berenice.
Bernice, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
All right, Harry, go
Okay,
ahead
now-
with your question or comment.
No, my thing is I'm listening to you guys, and I'm listening to Nukafor and Tunis talk back and. Can we be civil and leave religion out of certain things?
Harry,
at times?
Harry, you called the wrong station. This is not Nukafor. This is Legend. All right.
Oh, nephew.
Yeah, I'll hit you later on. This is the wrong station. We
Okay.
got doing the interview. All right. Sorry about that. Let's take this other. Let's take this other caller. All right, caller just hung up. All right, so 412-927-0162. I think Nukafor and then using the other line. That's why the phone keep going off and on. All right, so that was a great experience, you know, just by looking at it and seeing the amount of people, you know, just looking, I know that it was a great experience. You looked like you were having fun. One of the things you said that you wanted for, you know, your interview, because you speak a lot about artists trying to brand themselves, artists trying to take themselves seriously as far as business-wise, trying to, you know, you speak about that all the time on your blog, and you know sometimes it might come out the wrong way to other people, or some people might take it. So I guess my question for you, with this experience with the Wizkid concert, and with the artists that were there, how do you think anybody learned anything by being there? I mean, you did say something about Skylar White and how humble she was, and had a chance to meet Wizkid. I mean, being there and observing, did you see any kind of network? Did you feel that artists took up that opportunity to get understanding, or to meet and to talk and stuff like that?
From my observation, well, actually, I know Tom Mahadi was networking, and he made this comment about twice. The whole time with my people, you know, are here, or you should embrace me, or you know, stuff like that. So I know he did that. From my observation, no, not really. I listened to Bucket Rob, Rent, and you know, he had a reason why, you know, they couldn't network. Everybody's experience is different, you know. Me personally, I'm somebody who nothing would stop me from accomplishing what I want to accomplish, not even hot water or a hot room, you know what I'm saying? But then again, my background is different, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, when I want something, I got tunnel vision, nothing gonna distract me. So if I want to network, if networking is important to me, it will become a priority to me, and nothing in the world will stop me from doing that. Well, everybody is not like that. So maybe they did behind my back. I don't know, because I was moving constantly. So not from my personal observation, though.
Okay. For those of you that just coming on, welcome. We are talking to the ladies, Berenice Mulubah, CEO, founder of, hold on a minute. CEO, founder of C Liberia Clearly. We're talking about the stuff she got going on, how she got this far, with all the followers, and, everybody look forward. Y'all can, say you're done or not, but I know people look forward to reading what she writes and all that stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the controversial part, Bernice. A lot of people, well, some people say a lot of stuff that they don't like what Berenice Mulubah writes. Berenice Mulubah is very controversial. Bernice always like to be chaotic, talking about artists or talking about people in a certain way that's not within the Liberian culture. Berenice Mulubah is always blocking people. Berenice Mulubah is always starting trouble. Berenice Mulubah this. Berenice Mulubah that. I mean, being I know you're in the military and you say you have a strong, you were different, you built differently, but that can take a toll on an individual. How are you handling all of that? And what's your thought on that? The whole, Bernice this, Bernice that, Bernice controversial, Bernice telling this, Bernice starting trouble in the community, Bernice starting trouble in the entertainment industry, Bernice is not helping, she's hurting, and all that stuff. Elaborate a little bit on that.
It's it's a difficult situation from all sides of the coins. A lot of the time for the fans, I kind of understand, because they don't know, and they shouldn't know, because when it comes to entertainment business, a lot of things are illusion, or it should be illusion, that the fans shouldn't know about. Unfortunately, our fans end up knowing about a lot of things they shouldn't know about. But so for them, I'm a little bit sympathetic towards their frustration. For the artists, the comments are weird, because you will hear comments of Berenice Mulubah is not good for this industry, and you're talking about people who are giving money to behind the scene, making these comments in public. People who have spent hours to do their viral videos for them for free, making these comments in public. People who have given counsel. People who sent me the songs before it even masters, for my opinion. It's just kind of weird. Like what? It's confusing. It's very confusing, because how on one hand you can tell the world that I'm not good for the industry, but on another hand, you're seeking my assistance. That kind of don't make sense. But I still kind of understand. I cope with a lot of understanding. And I'm not going to front. There are times when I get frustrated. And I get frustrated a little bit more than I should. But I stand my ground based off of going past their frustration and understanding the situation. And the situation is this. One, we have young entertainers who are building something from scratch on their own without any help or guidance. American entertainers is a little bit easier for them, not because Americans are supportive, but it's because they have legends who have, created a path for them to build on.
All right, Bernice, hold on.
Bernice,
hold on a minute. Carter, hold on a minute. I will recognize you once Bernice lands. Don't go. Just hold on. Go ahead, Bernice.
Hello?
But our
Caller,
entertainers
just
doesn't
caller,
have
just
that.
hold on. I will recognize you. Just hold on 1 minute, caller. I will recognize you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Go ahead, Bernice.
Our entertainer doesn't have that. So they are just trying to find their way on their own. That alone is frustrating for anyone. That's one. Two, you're talking about a bunch of really talented people. And if you really follow my blog closely, you will not see any posts about me critiquing their talent because a good 90% of our entertainers are very talented. And when they came into the business just to showcase their talent and make money out of it. And then here comes these people with these foreign languages like branding, marketing, blogging. They're looking like, what the hell are you talking about? I just want to go in the studio and sing my song and let the people dance to it. And now you're telling me I should adapt to something I know nothing about? It's frustrating for me. And you trying to tell me to do it on my own. So there's a lot of frustration there. And then with the culture that we have, they're trying to find a way between staying grounded to the values and the principles, at the same time branching out into a world that is vast and foreign, that speaks a whole different kind of language when it comes to culture and values. So there's a lot of fuzziness going on. There's a lot of confusion going on. There's a lot of loss of hope there. And unfortunately for me, I get so bad at it because everybody lash on me because I'm the one who is the face of this new language that we're trying to introduce to our industry. So I keep focused on the mission. And that's how I stay grounded. Because I know my intentions are good. My heart is pure. And I know when I stand in front of God, Judgment Day, and He asks me, what do you do with your talent? I got something to show Him. Because even if I die in the process of this, somebody's going to benefit from it. Maybe not immediately, but our entertainers are going to benefit from what I'm doing. They may not understand the method to the madness, but there's benefit in there for them. They will understand it someday, though. That keeps me hopeful.
Well detailed. Thanks for that explanation. It was very detailed. We got more to talk about. Let's take this caller. Caller, thanks for being patient. Thanks for waiting. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Linda, this is TLC. I'm calling from Canada, and I come in peace.
Hey, TLC, what's up, the Bernice, and welcome, and thanks for calling.
What's up, Berenice?
What's up?
Cool.
All right,
See,
Tia.
I just told the people we cool, you see?
Go ahead, Tia. What's up?
Yeah, listen to Berenice talking about, everybody coming out hard in the industry and calling out names and all that. It is true. But my thing here is Berenice created most of the situation. Personally, I find it, I find her being the cause, most especially when she don't respect other people's opinion. Being a blogger, when you blog a special story, a certain story, it's up to people to come and say, hey, we agree with this and we don't agree with that. You know what I mean? You can't just make everybody believe whatever you say, or everybody should just, submit to whatever you say. Everybody have different views of things. But when people try to put things the other way, Berenice gets so mad and she started responding. Next thing she call your phone and she will go off. At the end of the day, you still our sister. We would do things, everybody get angry, everybody run on Facebook for that 200 likes and whatever it is. But to be honest, you're doing a great job, but you just need to control your emotions, control your anger. Sometimes know when to respond to people, I would say fans, know when to respond to fans and when not to, because sometimes you be doing it at the wrong time. Let people know, speak out how they feel and how they understand why you write.
Okay.
Let them, bring out their opinion. Don't always be the one to think for them. That's one of the main reasons, you've been having issues with people. And two, most people I talk to, they have problem with Bernie's not giving more positive stories on the artist. You understand? It's like Berenice will write a story about an artist that just did something bad, or she probably heard something bad about. And that same artist would probably go to a studio and post a picture, hey, I'm working on a new project or something, and they won't see the story on Berenice's page. So, the artist like, okay, so how come this woman is only giving a negative story? Because we understand that's the selling part right there. The negative side of it. People love negative things. Liberians love negative things. So I just, okay, how come only the negative story, you putting out there?
Okay.
So from my end, I would say, promote these guys, do it both ways, give them the sugar, and sometimes you get them the bitter leaf, you know what I mean? Like, you can just keep making people feel bad all the time,
Okay, to you. Those are strong points, and I will let Berenice address it. Just listen up on the other end. Well, thanks for calling, man, T. I appreciate the phone call.
Word.
All right, bye. So, Berenice, you just heard Tio, and I'm pretty sure you want to address his concern and comments, so I'm going to let you go ahead.
Okay. Well, one of the confusion is the entertainers believe that C Liberia Clearly is there to serve them, when actually that is not the case. That's not, the blog is not there to serve you or us, the entertainers. The blog is not there to serve us. The blog is there to serve the fans. So a lot of the entertainers, they are not concerned about the fans. That one thing I observe about our entertainers. The fans are not priority to them. Their priority is about them. Being an entertainer and a public figure is a very hard job. And especially as an entertainer.
Carter, just hold on. Carter?
Hey, Lincoln, just watch me, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bernice.
And especially for entertainers, part of you successfully living that career requires you sacrificing yourself. It's not just your art. You get to actually sacrifice yourself. If you see all the legends who are entertainers, they actually sacrifice themselves. You will realize that there was almost no life for self. They gave themselves to the fans. So it's like a selfless job. It's not a job that is about you. It's about the fans. And if the entertainer could just step back a little and say, let me evaluate this process and see what is serving the fans. What content the fans are responding to. They will actually understand my technique a little bit better. Because as vlogger and what I learned in school, because I did go back to school for mass communication. Even though I told you earlier I went to school for music, but further down the line I went to school for mass communication. It's all about content. In order for your blog to grow, it's about content.
Bernice,
always tell you.
Bernice, hold on 1 minute. Carter, just hold on. All right. Once Bernice learn, I will recognize you. Just hold on, and just mute your sound, whatever. Thank you, Bernice. Sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
Okay. They will always tell you quality content, quality content, quality content. What that means is content that's gonna keep the traffic flowing. So you as
Carter, can you mute your sound? I just asked you to mute your sound, and then you put it on. Just mute your sound. You interrupting. I'm getting bad feedback as she's speaking. So please mute your sound while she's talking, and I will recognize you once she's done with what she's saying. Thank you, Bernice.
You always studying numbers. It's a number game, and I have a friend of mine who is a hip hop rapper in Australia, who is a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I have family members who are entertainers. I got my cousin who is a singer, who you better see on my blog. And he was like, you don't blog about us. And I told him, when I'm blogging, I'm not thinking America, Australia, or Liberian. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking content and numbers. I'm not even seeing people. I'm thinking content and numbers. And I have to constantly evaluate the flow of the traffic. And you know what a good content is to your audience based on the traffic. So I have to give them what gonna intrigue them and keep them flowing to the blog. That's how the blog is going to grow for the entertainer to benefit from it. That's one of the confusion with that. It's not about us, the entertainers. It's about what entertain the fans. And fans, what entertaining is not what they say entertaining. It's what they respond to. The second thing is there's a difference between news and promotion. Some of the artists want free promotion. So what they got going on that is actually marketing, they want you to put it on your blog as news. Then I'm not going to make my money. I'm going to put news on my blog for free. I'm going to do interviews for free. But I'm not going to promote your product for free. Because in business, it's something they call win-win situation. You're supposed to win and I'm supposed to win. A lot of our entertainers just want themselves to win. But they don't want the marketeer to win. So we have to create a situation where we both win or else we're not going to work together. That's my policy. If you're going to book shows because you're being exposed to my blog and make money and go and feed your kids, I'm going to get my cut. You're going to pay for that promotion. You win, I win. Like Brent Walker, you eat, I eat. Why you alone got to eat? Why the bloggers, they can't eat, and the talk show hosts, they can't eat? You so care and so passionate about putting Liberia on the so-called invisible map that is not even off. But you don't want to do free show for the fans. But yet you want bloggers to blog for you for free. And you get all ratted up about bloggers that they are not pictures and stuff like that. When was the last time you had a free show at the hospital for the sick kids?
Right. All right, Berenice, hold that thought. This caller been waiting for a while. Caller, thanks for being patient. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Louis McCarthy calling from Philly.
Hey,
how
Louis.
You doing?
I'm good. So what's up to Berenice?
Berenice, how you doing?
What's up? Who is it?
Louis McCarthy.
What's up, Louis?
I'm doing blessed, sir. I've been listening to Berenice and laying down her premise, and I really appreciate her work and the effort that a lot of bloggers do in this entertainment. Let it be clear that Berenice won't be the first nor the last promoting Liberian content. We all saw True Liberia grow over the years. We saw her went into different ventures with other African artists. But a lot of Liberians turned in to True Liberia Clearly because it represents our country. It carried the flag. Not because most of the time I listen to her contradict herself, but I want to remind her. Berenice said we're not putting Liberia on the map because Liberia is already there. But let Berenice know that what she preached today was the sacrifice of a lot of Liberians, home and abroad, that she's counting on today. How will you request for money from an artist back home to promote his content on your platform when an artist himself not making it? A lot of us make the sacrifice regardless of our own resources coming from different places to be able to put into this industry to make it what it is. One thing I want to tell Berenice and all the other bloggers, we appreciate you, but things you put on your blog should be very, very clear and balanced. But if you're not balanced with your story and you trying to contradict or confuse our promotion and a story, it becomes a problem. It either build us or it destroy us.
Okay, Louis.
You know what I'm saying? And it be clear to Berenice. Berenice had destroyed a lot of people in order to build this platform. She can make a post on foreign content. How many likes and comments she can get? Let's be honest. But when she make a post on Liberian content, people want to know. So if your story is not balanced and people question you, you got to be accountable for it. You have to be accountable for it.
All right, Brent, you gotta wrap it up.
I appreciate the time. No, I appreciate the time you give me to talk, but let it be very, very clear for me. I can't use C Liberia Clearly. I would never use C Liberia Clearly because it ain't clear. But if she decide to block on me, she know it bring promotion to her. So should I charge her?
All right, Louise, you gotta wrap it up. I asked that we keep it short. So I'm gonna let Berenice address what you just said, but thanks for calling. I hope you can just listen and hear her. Caller, before Berenice come, once again, I don't like to cut people off, but if you're calling, please get to the point, because a lot of other people listening, and we only have a few more minutes to go with the show, and I'm trying to keep it right to the point. Ask your question or give a comment and log off. Berenice, if you want to address Louis' statement, go ahead.
Can you please do me a favor and summarize it for me real quick, because he was kind of low?
So what he said was, one of the things he said was, how can you request money from struggling artists in Liberia that haven't that don't have anything, any money? That was one. Also, he said that there were other people blogging before you, and he said also that if you were to put foreign material on your blog, you won't have that many, I believe, many Liberians reading it. He also said something about your blog being very controversial, and you have brought down a lot of artists because of your blog, and so forth. That's that I remember. I was trying to also.
Okay, so he said I brought down a lot of artists.
I believe that's what he said. Yes.
And what else was that?
You basically, he's saying your blog is very controversial, and you can blog about him if you want. Basically, what I heard is basically your blog is very controversial, and why would you charge somebody that's struggling in Liberia that don't have any money for their content to be on your blog? So my question is, why should I give it to them for free? I mean, you have, how many struggling artists we have? Maybe 90% of our artists are struggling artists. So if I go on this charity run of providing this platform for struggling artists, and I'm trying to build an international business, will I build a business? No, I won't. The career of an artist is no different from the career of a teacher, a pastor, a doctor. You can't say that the university shouldn't charge a student because they're struggling. Am I right or wrong? Oh, you're absolutely right. They're going to make the money.
I'm just being honest. I can't build a business off for helping struggling artists. I can't not. I would love to, but I can't. It's impossible.
So what's about the part about?
But what's amazing to me is, but they don't say that to the producers though. The struggling artists don't go to the producers and say, "Give me a free beat because I'm a struggling artist," and they don't go to the videographer producers and say, "Produce my video because I'm a struggling artist." I don't know you from nowhere. I've probably never met your parents, and we probably never met. You can pay those people for their time, but I should give you my time for free? Why? And then the amazing part about it is they don't even ask politely. They are very rude, very disrespectful. They will come in your inbox and they won't even speak. They just drop that song. Yeah, my song. Check it out. And then the moment you say, no, I'm not going to promote your work for free, they want to go on social media and cuss you out. And this is what I'm confused about, though. The Liberia that I grew up in. When you need help, you ask politely. And if you really need that help, you beg for it. When the Liberians get to be so proud that they will need something and demand it, where in the world did they come up with this idea that I'm at their service and the government is paying me to take care of them? That they will actually demand my service without any respect. How is that even possible? Where did they grow up at? I'm not trying to judge nobody, but let's put the logic to it. I got my book that wasn't even promoted. I can't go to Liberian Star View and say, promote my book for free without asking politely and begging for it if I really want it. You got two choices. If you don't need my blog, you keep it moving. It shouldn't be no hard feelings because you don't need it. And if you do need my blog, then be sincere and honest and act like you need it. It's the reality of the situation.
Okay. Good point. Thanks for clarifying. And Louis, if I miss any of your point, you can type it in here, and I will read more. And I will read some other people comment. But let's see what's up to this.
Oh yeah,
call.
and one more thing he said about my articles not being balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give all my techniques to the public, you know what I'm saying, because it's my strategy. But I will say this. One of the things we were taught is, because looking for content, and I think he made a statement saying if I put foreign content on my blog, people won't be on there like it is. That is actually not true. Actually, foreign content sell on my blog faster, and if you really pay attention to my blog, most of the people that are active on my blog are foreigners. And the other day, I dropped a Nigerian celebrity photo on my blog. Immediately got 1,000 likes. That was not even paid for. I could take a Liberian artist and drop them on that same blog, and I probably get only 50. So, you know, that statement is not true. But when it comes to the balanced news, the Liberian industry is not really comfortable with the whole blogging thing. So the content is really scarce. Funny content is very hard. I mean, quality content that will keep the traffic flowing. Not, you know, when Liberian entertainers see blogs, they see it as free promotion spot. So the only thing they're trying to give you is product to promote. They ain't trying to give you anything other than that. Promoting product doesn't keep the blog traffic flowing. I need real news. Okay. And that content is very scarce because they're very protective of it.
All right, hold on, Bernice.
If you have scarce content.
Hold on, Bernice. Hold on, 1 minute. This caller been waiting for a long time. Caller, thanks for calling. Thanks for being patient. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Caller. Yeah, I stopped the girl.
Yeah,
my man. Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Anthony Way. I'm calling from state of North Dakota.
Anthony, say thanks for waiting. Say what's up to Berenice.
Oh,
Hey.
Bernie, what's up?
What's up?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Anthony.
Well, I just want to thank you also for, giving this time for many of us to be able to interact with people like Bernice and other people. But I think maybe I would just give a piece of advice. You know, we are very new and we're coming fast in the music business. So let us not throw that money part of it on our head. And maybe to Bernice, I would say she's doing very well. I don't know how old is she, but I think I'll put she and my daughter the same level because they both of them doing the same. My daughter is commonly known as Fargo Princess. So that's one of my daughters. So she's doing similar thing, but she had not one day asked any artist for money. But I don't have problem with Bernie. The only thing I have problem with is I don't think it's well for us to put two artists here together or like saying, oh, this person is better than the other person. That gives the young people a chance that they come up with what they have. And,
all right, you gotta keep it short, boss.
So, and we all can figure out a different way to support them. I'm not asking for them to send their work free to Bernie to do it, but all I'm asking is Bernie should not be a judge. To at least put two persons in head together in for example, like Bucket and the other fine gentlemen, and trying to suggest one person is a little bit better than the other. Those things is not good. So we need to just cool it down a little bit. And it's better for us to talk it this way so we'll be able to get used to each other, and then the other people will be able to be brave and bring it out too.
Okay.
So, I had a lot of you had a lot of callers, so I won't take all of your time. And I would like to say many thanks again for everybody that's listening.
Thanks a lot, caller. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you so much for calling. All right, Bernice, before you address that, you don't have to address everything at once. Because the phone line is off the hook. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Nancy. I'm calling from Virginia.
Your name is Nancy?
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy, say what's up to Bernice.
Hi, Bernice. How are you?
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. I was just calling because I just wanted to say to you, I do appreciate the idea of having Liberian bloggers out there talking about the entertainment industry, talking about what Liberian artists are doing. But honestly, I'm personally and not a huge fan of your content, mostly because the content I don't feel is accurate. I've had the opportunity of actually personally knowing several Liberian artists, and some of the things that you write about them, about the characters, about their lives, is not completely true. It's not accurate. So in a sense, I understand their hostility towards you, towards being open and giving you information, because sometimes it's hard to tell whether you're just a tabloid who would write something the equivalent of Michael Jackson being an alien, or if you really are a true journalist.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for calling and giving us your input. I appreciate the phone call.
Thank you.
Thank you. 412-927-0162. The phone line is off the hook. I'm gonna answer one more, or maybe let me read some comment, Bernice, and the phone line. Someone just called and hanging up at the same time. All right. So just looking down the comment. The reason why I'm not reading some of these comments because it's not, nothing is saying that I want to read, because some of the stuff is just stuff, But anyway, Mira. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. Mira say, I believe artists should invest in themselves and the product and the band. However, they should build a proper strategy and wise plan for their marketing. So basically, she's saying that artists should take the initiative in trying to uplift themselves and not wholly and solely relying on somebody to do it for them unless you have the money. Let me just, so Bernice's defense, let me just say this too, because I'm in the industry trying to help uplift and promote Liberian entertainment. But this is something you can't, she says she's trying to get paid now. Sometimes you blog on some stuff for free to get people to visit. But at the same time, you can't just be doing something 24/7 and saying, oh, thank you. And Bernice is right when she said that sometimes artists, Carter, hold on a minute. Sometimes artists would just drop the song in your inbox without even saying hi, what's up, or whatever. They would just send the link. I have to say you are obligated to help them. And you really not, unless you want to do it. We are trying to help boost up the entertainment industry, but at the same time, sometimes it's not, you can't keep doing stuff for free. Sometimes you use your own money and stuff to do things. So let's look at it from the business part. That's why I started when I asked Bernice first. We talk about how she got started and all that stuff up to now to the business part. So let's understand that as well. And you can say Bernice is controversial. Okay, maybe being controversial sell. she got a lot of followers, so obviously something is going. Liberian people, we like G's. Let's admit it. So I mean, I understand, some of the comments and, how you guys can say she's being negative and the industry is not ready for it. But I guarantee you, a lot of people following her and saying, "Oh, we love what you're doing." Also, I read some comments. Some people say, "I wake up every morning and look forward to your blog." So let's take it with a grain of salt. I don't agree with Berenice 100%. Berenice know we have our fault out and all that stuff. We talk it behind closed door. But we respect each other. I got more to talk about, but let's take this other caller. Caller, thanks for calling and thanks for waiting. Say what's up. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Gunda Watson, calling from North Carolina.
All right, Watson, please keep it short. Say what's up to Berenice and please keep it short because we're running out of time.
Hey, Bernice, how are you today?
Hi.
Hello. Hey, look, I'm gonna make it real quick, and it's gonna be in two folds. The first thing is, as it relates to the content that is being filtered on Bernice's site. I'm a web developer, okay, and every content you put on your site, you want your content to attract people to your site. So if she's filtering what she has on her site, you can't kind of beat her down because she is doing that. She needs to filter the content, and she needs to put rich content on her blog to attract followers. That's point blank. Secondly, as far as Liberian artists are concerned, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, is this thing good for me? Can I make it in this industry? Is this something that I can do? Okay? And you're talking about free. We Liberians, we love freebies. If you want to invest in your career, they have investors. You can take on a job, and at the same time, you can take on a regular job, and at the same time pursue your music careers. You cannot go
All right, brother, you
around.
gotta keep it short. You gotta summarize.
Yeah, you cannot go around looking for handouts. Okay? So we Liberians, we gotta see the clear picture. If the music is not for you, it's not for you. If you want to market, find people who will see your vision and will support you.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling. Appreciate the phone call.
All right. Thank you.
412-927-0162. 412-927-0162. Before I bring Berenice back, let me just elaborate on what the gentleman was saying. Now, Berenice did not, and for what people are commenting on here, maybe you guys got it wrong. Berenice did not say that people should pay her to blog about them. She didn't say that. I think when she said PR, what that is, say for example, right, an artist in Liberia has his upcoming album, or he has a show, or he's doing something that he's going to make money from, and then he goes to Berenice and says, "Oh, Berenice, I got this concert coming up, and I want you to help promote it." So then Berenice said, "Okay, so you're going to be making money from this concert. You want me to promote it? You want me to blog about it? You want me to talk about it? I'm going to charge you because that artist is going to be making money from it." Right? And then they get mad and say, "Oh, you're supposed to be helping me grow. Why are you charging me?" But yet still you're making money from your stuff you want me to blog about. I think that's the point she's making, but I'm going to turn it over to her to clarify that. Berenice?
Okay, so it's three parts. You have the blogging, which is the news. Then you have the PR service, and then you have the promotion. The promotion and the PR service is what I charge for, not the news.
That makes sense. So basically, and then in order to get more views, you choose news that people want to read. So then you get more views.
You have to it's a number game, and it's an educative game. It's not this thing is not the white man is not successful in it because he's just doing something. It's something with strategy. It's something you study. It's something you got graphics. You got to observe your graphic as they go down, up, see what kind of content makes it go up, stuff like that.
Okay.
And in order for the blog to keep growing, you got to put rich content, like the brother said, on there. So if you want to get on there, you have to make yourself a rich content. And then a lot of the entertainers, and I wish and I pray that most of you guys go and listen to the Wizkid interview, because like I said, I tell her the questions.
Caller, hold on. I'll recognize you. Just hold on 1 minute, caller. Go ahead, Bernice.
I tell her the questions to his experience about what we're struggling with right now. Part of the game, love it or not, is for you to actually give your life up for entertainment. And giving your life up for entertainment means exposing yourself to the public. The more you expose yourself to the public, the faster you grow. That's just the business. You don't become a popular entertainer from just singing songs. There are people who just sing songs, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you're doing it for the music and not for the fame. Those people, they're either underground artists or, but they want to live that quiet life, and they're not there for the fame. If you're there for the fame and the popularity, then you have to sacrifice yourself, your life, for it. You got to expose yourself to your fans. That's how the flame of the fire go wild. And Liberian entertainer, I know this is a hard thing for us because of the society that we grew up in, but you cannot survive this game without doing that. And that's, when you listen to the Wizkid interview, he would tell you how he immune to the media. And, at one point he actually laughed. He was like, especially when the news is not true. I just find it funny and I just laugh at it. And this and other. You have to find your way to build that tolerance for it if you want that fame. Okay. You don't have a choice. You have to build that tolerance. And we all going through it together. I'm going through it with you because I'm exposed. I had a public breakup. A breakup that people don't even know the details of, but everybody got their own twist of the story. I have to survive that in public. Mm-hmm. I survived people basically calling me a whore because what? I'm a woman and I'm single and I'm in a male-dominant industry. But I have to live with that. I have to survive that because I understand that sacrifice I have to make to build that fame. So artists, then, you don't have the time to say, oh, we're not here for the negativity and we ain't ready for it. You don't have a choice. You better be prepared right now and start building that tolerance because we're already stepping on the international scene and the international media really want to listen to that.
Right. All right.
This is your opportunity to start building that tolerance right here, right now. Because your film could come tomorrow.
Thanks, Bernice. Thanks for giving us that point. Caller, thanks for waiting. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Caller?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Marie. Yes, hello?
Yeah, Marie, say hi to Bernice.
Yes, my name is Marie Pratt. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. I just want to tell Bernice hello, and I follow her on Facebook and also on her blog. And Bernice, I support her all the way. I'm a caterer. I live in Georgia. Sometimes, like she said, Liberian people always want something free. Like they will come to me to cook for them. When I cook for them, sometimes they don't want to buy my food. They will say, "Oh, we're from Liberia. Can you give it to me free? Can I borrow it?" But at the meantime, they're going to Nigeria or Ghana people buying their food. So, I agree with her what she's saying because Liberian people, we lack too much free thing. And as she said, we are very rude. Like sometimes when they come to me, when I cook a food and everything, when I charge them, I charge them because I have to pay for everything. But, they will end up cut me out and leaving the food and go to somebody else. So I agree with her 100%, and she's doing very well because in America, let's say in America, when the people always want to do music, it's not free. So, they have to pay to get the music up there. So it's not free. So I really, agree with what she's saying, and I support her. I support her all the way. And like I said, she's doing a great job.
Thank you.
She don't have to do anything for anybody free.
Thank you.
If you feel to yourself that you want to fly like an eagle, you have to act like an eagle. You have to work hard. You have to pay. But because people always say in America, oh, this is free. This in America is a free country. No, it's not a free country. She had to survive.
Thank you.
So she had to, she had to survive. So I agree with what she said, and I support her all the way. Bernice, you are doing a good job. And I've been on I'm your Facebook friend, and I've been following your blog. So like everything that you post, I see it. Every music that you come out with, I watch the music that you post. So you are doing a good thing, and I support you all the way. So that's what I'm calling.
All right. Thank you so much, and thanks for calling. I appreciate the phone call. All right, 412-927-0. We're gonna take 2 more phone calls. Because of time. I told Bernice the interview is gonna be an hour. We actually 20 minutes over, so I'm going to take 2 more phone calls quickly. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, hi. My name is George Jackson. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Thanks for calling, George. Say what's up to Bernice and please keep it short.
Hi, Bernice. How are you?
Hi.
My advice to Bernice is sometimes you got to understand that the entertainment industry that we're in is very young, and not too many people will understand your point. You know what I mean? So it's all about how you deliver that message. I know you're doing your best, but when the industry is young, you got to take it easy with these people. The content sometimes can be so rough. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say, but good job.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, brother. I appreciate the phone call. Let's take this. Oh, person hung up. Thank you, sir. Thanks for calling. We're going to take one more call, just one more call, and then we're going to turn it over to Bernice. We still got to talk about her project. We haven't even talked about that yet. So let me take this last caller, and then we will turn it over to Bernice. Caller, thanks for calling. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is one of Bernice's daughter, but I'm with Donald Trump right now, so we're calling from D.C.
And what's your name?
CC Maintain.
Hey, CC, thanks for calling. Say what's up to Bernice.
Hi, how are you? My inspiration.
Hey, CC, what's up?
They're maintaining with Donald Trump. I'm going to just keep it short.
Yeah, keep it short, CC, and sweet. Go ahead.
Bernice, I call your blog, say it is, okay? I won't steal my head. Some of us, we live with our parents and they were hiding stuff. Some of the things Bernice saying on her blog, most people want to speak about it. But because they are cats and chihuahua in the cage, they don't want to talk. So,
hey, Metin.
You got a good work.
Metin.
Okay, you're doing great.
CC, don't insult anybody. Just let's be a little professional about it. All right, she gone. All right, Berenice Mulubah, I'm sorry, callers. I promise it was only 2 more calls, and I have to respect the time. So to all those that are trying to call, my apology. We ran out of time. I need to turn it over to Berenice because we got a lot more to talk about. To all those that comment, and yes, sorry I couldn't, because of how things are speeding up, I couldn't read all the comments, but I'm pretty sure after this show, Berenice will go in and watch the video, and if there's any comments she needs to address, I'm pretty sure she will address it. The good thing about life, it doesn't go away, it stays there. So for those of you that are commenting, Berenice going to address some of the comments. I called in Legend, please answer. I'm sorry, I promised that was the last call and I can't answer anymore. So Berenice, you have heard everything. I'm pretty sure you're gonna take some with a grain of salt and what works for you and what doesn't. But those were some vital points some people made, and I appreciate all the callers. Now let's come back to you and C Liberia Clearly, and I know you got a upcoming project that you're working on. Please tell us a little bit about the project and the stuff you got working
on. Which one? Flomo Love?
Oh, we already talked about it because I know on my list here.
Yeah, we already spoke on all the projects.
Okay. Flomo My Love is the main project you planning on right now. You focusing on, right?
Yeah.
And all right, so that's the one you're not sure yet if most of the people you want to work with already based in the U.S., but you're still brainstorming as to the venue of it. All right, well, since we covered that project, we have a lot of calls came in and all that stuff, and people commenting, legend, why you only letting Bernice people call. Why am I letting only Bernice people come through? Like I actually seeing the people that call in, and I'm filtering the calls. Come on, man, people, yo. All right, Bernice, let me turn it over to you to summarize, to address some of the callers that we didn't get the chance to address, and basically just to close her up, summarize, give you a shout out, what we are to expect in the future, and all that good stuff. Let me turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, I would like to close with an advice to the entertainers who listening and care about my opinion. If you don't respect it, I understand that. You can take it and put it in the trash where it belongs. And if you value it, apply it. One, we all in this together. The struggle is real, and we all struggling together. I understand the frustration. I try to go see past the frustration. I try, but I'm human. Sometimes I get sucked into it. Like I said, if you want to do music just for the love of music, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing, to have pure art, raw art, and then you just focus on your music and sing for people locally. But if you're doing it for the fame and the popularity to make it to the grand stage, there are a lot of self-sacrifices you have to make, and one of them includes you exposing yourself to the public. You gotta learn how to build tolerance for that. It's a very difficult task, but start working on it because our breakthrough is very near. And as soon as that gate opens up, the media are going to come flying in, and you will have no time. And it's a scary place to be because even American entertainers, some of them can't survive it. And they end up drawing into drugs, committing suicide. It gets very, very ugly very fast. So you got to start learning how to build that tolerance of people intruding into your personal life, people telling stories that is a little bit twisted. You got to build that tolerance. And one of the good will to do that is for you to build your tribe behind the scene. Try to stay away from social media. If you listen to the interview I did with Wizkid, he said he stays away from social media. Try to stay away from social media. You can hire somebody to run your page for you so that way you won't have to be reading the ugly things in the media. And like I say, have your tribe, meaning you got people behind the scene that you can retreat to, that will come for you. I got my tribe, I have total of 4 Liberian sisters that I can pick up the phone and talk to all the time. When things get ugly, they'll pick up the phone and call me. So build that tribe behind the scene. And when you want to vent and you don't want to deal with it and you frustrated with it, those are the people you go talk to. You don't want to come on Facebook Live. Because whatever you do on Facebook, on social media, whether it be a comment you write on a post, when the media start to build and it start to be more than just C Liberia Clearly, they're going to use all that stuff against you. So you want to start practicing how to stay away from social media because it's going to be used against you, whether you like it or not. Look at other public figures, see what they're going through, and start practicing. Because if you make it to the grand stage, you're going to have to live with it, like it or not. Oh God, I'm about to make my favorite statement. But if I make it, I will be glad. You either deal with it or you die. One or the other. Go do drugs, commit suicide, whatever. Like I told somebody, you commit suicide, I will be there to broadcast the news. I will be the first person in that bathroom where you kill yourself to broadcast that news. So start practicing right now. We are practicing. I'm practicing. I get dragged in the news every day. Start practicing now because it's going to get ugly real soon as your fan base grows.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I'd just like to say shout out to everybody that took the time to watch this interview. Go ahead,
I'm sorry,
Berenice.
Lincoln.
That's
one
fine.
more thing,
Mhm.
please.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following the blog. Thank you so much for following the blog. Even the ones that who disagree with me, the fact that you come on there to read and disagree, thank you for following. And I try not to block fans, okay? And there's a difference between you disagreeing with me and you being disgruntled and interrupting my business. If you do that, I'm going to block you and actually take you to do it a couple of times in order for me to get to that level to say, okay, this person is messing with my money. They got to go. But even those who disagree with me, I still appreciate you. Even those who cuss me out in places they're supposed to be cussing me out at, I still appreciate you. All of that help to make it grow, like the sacrifice I have to make in order for the blog to succeed.
Okay.
So thank you all.
All right. Well, Berenice Mulubah just basically told you guys. We just, summarized Berenice Mulubah's life. For those of you that just knew her as the blogger, now you have a little bit more information as to who exactly she is. She told us how she got started doing this, the military, and how she going for folks, making this a full-time job and career. Berenice Mulubah might seem controversial. A lot of people disagree with what she said, but some people agree. One thing I would like to say though, Liberians, at the end of the day, we are all Liberians. I see a lot of, we all, if you disagree with somebody, there's no need for insults. We all grown people. I think Facebook, and the people that follow and the Liberians, we all grown. With the insult, that's something that we really need to stop, especially, throwing insult at a female. And Berenice Mulubah, you too, sometimes you need to chill with the insults also. I think we can be a little bit more professional. We might agree and disagree with what people say or do, blog about, but at the end of the day, we go on C Liberia Clearly and we read it. Nobody can tell me they don't go and read it. So and Berenice, I'll tell you this, she doesn't write about everything negative, and she doesn't write about everything positive, but it's entertaining, and a lot of people love it. Tio say you should start, you should unblock him, please. Yeah, and one of the things, one of the things I was very happy about that I read yesterday, Berenice, is you and what's the full name? Oh, my brother name. Alvin Yuma, my brother, man. Y'all had a phone call. Y'all talked things over. I was happy because of that. And I just hope that moving forward to other people, that might disagree with Berenice or you might disagree with, I hope you guys can work things out. We can live in an environment where we can disagree with one another, but we can still have that mutual respect for each other in order to push this entertainment industry, because this is the only industry we have. We are doing something completely different, but at the end of the day, it's one goal. I'm pretty sure nobody can sit there and tell me, say, Berenice's goal is to tarnish the reputation of artists or to make sure people fight amongst each other. That's not true. I can guarantee you that is not her goal. I know Berenice. I've been knowing Berenice for a long time. All right? And that is not her goal. She write about what people want to read. And it's not lie. I mean, it might be negative. Some might be negative, but I'm pretty sure it's not lie. All right? And someone commented, say the Wizkid interview must have been something big because she keep talking about it. Obviously, it's something big. All right? Even if I have interviewed Wizkid, I would keep talking about it. I would keep posting it and tagging everybody in it. So it is big. She's proud of that movement. And you that posting that, if you have interviewed Wizkid, you will be talking about it yourself. All right? So that is big. That's big for her. That's big for her platform. So let's not fool ourselves. Berenice Mulubah, thank you ever so much for taking the time to come on our IB show to tell us a little bit about some of the stuff you got going on. I appreciate you coming on and continue doing what you do. Hope you guys can work out your differences. Whoever you have problem with, at the end of the day, we all doing it for the sole purpose to uplift Liberian entertainment. So one love, Berenice Mulubah. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, I'd like to say thank you ever so much. I'm sorry that I couldn't get everybody phone calls. I couldn't read comments. We all might disagree, like I said, but at the end of the day, we need to respect each other. Berenice Mulubah and I don't see eye to eye sometimes, but we talk it behind closed door. You know, we call, we yell at each other, we do this, we do that, but you know, we have mutual respect for one another, and that's why, you know, I wanted to have this show to just focus on her and not to talk about stuff that been going on throughout this whole week about the Wizkid concert and the artists being mistreated and all that stuff. That wasn't her job. Other people are saying that why Berenice didn't interview other artists, Liberian artists and all that stuff. Let's look at it from a business perspective, people. Berenice Mulubah went there with the sole purpose of interviewing Wizkid. All right, that was her goal. I don't was she paid? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But she went there with the sole purpose of interviewing Wizkid. I don't know why she didn't interview other artists. You know, but don't hold that on her. You know, don't hold that on her. You know, she went with the sole purpose of interviewing Wizkid. So she did. She posted it. You know, so she wrote about Skylar White at the interview, her experience and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, man, it's all love, my Liberian people. Let's not get too personal and expect and have high expectation of somebody. You know, when at the end of the day, the girl says she's trying to generate money from this thing. You know, sometimes, you know, when you keep doing stuff over and over, you want to benefit from it. And at this point, she's trying to benefit. So, yeah. So you guys, you know a little bit more about Berenice Mulubah. At the end of the day, I don't know if this changed anybody's mind or if they learned anything new, but I just want to say thank you ever so much for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And continue next. This Saturday, we have the man Just Prince. Monday, we have the brother Bashiru. To talk about his business. And then I think next week we going to have this football player also, and we got a lot of big things coming your way, man. So tune in, man. Tamahali, that is gonna be on also. Tune in, give us some suggestion, artists, if you got an upcoming concert or album and all that stuff. Hit me up. Let's talk the business part. Hey, I'm doing it. Until next time, guys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. Enjoy this music real quick while I play the intro. We out, y'all. One love.
It's the infamous DJ Versatile, Cold Star, Slide Way. Let's go.
I hit your FaceTime on the late night. You still don't need no one. I know you lying, still lying. Girl, what you hiding? See, I'm gonna try my luck. I hope you like it. Hope you're excited. How do you ride? Yeah, yeah. I'll change your mind. Yeah, you'll be my rider. Look at the front now. She's frontin' on the pole. What I ain't waiting for. I'm about to call the phone. But it takes one to know one. Hurting lately, but I'm about to change it. This girl is over, yes it's over. You treating me my way, but you got what I want. You treating me my way, but I get what I
You had a hard day, let's get the foreplay. I'll make it alright, cause I'm my forte. You know you shine bright, like broad day. Had to learn better, did it the hard way. I did it my way, you did it slow way. Now I'm a grown-up boy, get out of my face. Running up the money, I got 5 ways. I had no regrets, if I die today I can help you with your thoughts, so you can fly away. I could be a better man, I'ma try today. I'ma help you with your plans, I'ma find a way. Cause I ain't really caring what they gotta say. I'm just trying to put my bands in the knot. If you ain't tripping, then don't put your hands in the pot. Cause I'ma spend it all and I ain't asking a lot. Like I'ma give it all I used to have in a lot. Yeah, nah, till I'm don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down. Tell them don't stop, won't stop, lay it down.
Fly away, fly away, fly away. But you got what I want.